Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, rogues. Welcome to the Rogues Gallery. I hope that you all had a great start to your week, unlike me. My start to my week was not terrible. Just I really wanted to shred Microsoft 365 into little bits. Let me see who's here. Siri bot, yay, good bot. Obi-Wan Pez, hello. Not an emergency, indeed. Not. Wait, there was an emergency? Wait, what? Emergency. Hi, NeoGets. Twitch keeps telling me it's your Wednesday stream title for some reason. That is very odd. I have definitely updated. Yeah, my current title is What's This? Mystery Mischief Monday. But the tags didn't update. That's very strange. Let me fix that, because it is not Educational Virginia Tech History Archives WUVIT Emergency Broadcast System today. So let me fix that right now. It is first playthrough. It is minimal backseating. It is no spoilers, please. And yeah, otherwise, yeah, that should fix that. I don't know. We'll get there eventually. What did Gray do? I don't know. I just needed an alert for the ad break approaching, so I made it gray because I didn't want plaid was too fun. Gray seemed like, oh no, an ad break, which is sort of the mood that I was going for. But I realized that I need to figure out some way to trigger the stand down alert once the ad break ends automatically, so that I don't have to pay attention to it. But so I've got it. So Moobot will automatically run the ads and send a note that says gray alert. What I haven't figured out yet is how to get it to send me the alert at least a minute before the ad break starts instead of right as it starts. But whatever. Elixie, hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for 3 freaking years. It's bonkers. Technically, next week on Tuesday is exactly 3 years from the first stream I ever did. The subs happen a month in advance, which is why we're getting the 3-year resubs right now. But I have not decided yet. There will not be a stream next Monday, because next Monday is the 25th of December. And if you are not aware, a very dominant, aggressive religious community took over a lot of Western culture and decided that everybody should have that time off in order to I don't know. It seasonally coincides with things like Yule, and it artificially raised a Jewish holiday known as Hanukkah into widespread prominence, all because one religious community decided that Christmas was the most important thing ever. And so next Monday being the actual Christmas day, I will not be streaming, but I may possibly stream on Tuesday. And if I do, that would be my 3-year stream anniversary, in which case I will probably spend the entire time just spinning this wheel and playing, and then spin and play and spin and play. So I will announce before then. By the end of the week, I will have decided and will announce for sure whether Streamiversary is going to be Tuesday or whether it will happen in January. But that's because I don't yet know what my schedule is going to be next week. Anyway, I should finish saying hello. But yes, Elixir, thank you so much for the three years. Pretty Witchery, it's great to see you. NeoGets, hello. Shadows of Life, hi. I got the captions on, right? Yes, I did. Detective Zen, hello. The ship is running with skeleton crew after most of the ship's complement were tempted into a Polar Express run by a group of computer-generated Tom Hankses. Tom Hanks. Since their destination is Earth's North Pole, which is dozens of light years away, and the train moves at the speed of a train, there's no clear indicator when the crew will return. Are we sure it wasn't just crewman Gary dressed up as Tom Hanks? That seems more likely. We're only left with Gary in engineering. Gary's the only one who didn't go. No, that's like when Odo and Quark were the only ones left to run the frickin' station. Obi-Wan, try the console. No, it's, well, that's all right then. I will be getting that sound clip. I just didn't have a chance, but I am going to grab that as a GIF/sound clip so that we can just trigger it when we want to. Well, that's all right then. I'm still catching up on the chat. So, hi. I hope everybody's doing good. How are things for you? What have you got going on? About normal for summer, aka overheating constantly, grumbles in engineering while setting up the in case of pranks, shade drones. Oh no, NeoGats! I'm so sorry. A lot of people have been also getting the COVID. LibreOffice. Why is my stream notification doing weird things? Oh, it was the go live notification. Oh, it's because I'm silly. I didn't even notice. It's because I was updating the stream title in Moobot, but it doesn't prompt me to update the other two, and so my brain, they went away. Now I know better. Libra Writer had been working for you. No, it was totally me. It was me. Today and yesterday the notification was for archive stream, but the upstream itself is correct. Browser usually gets a note. Eat, drink, and be merry for Saturnalia. Yes. Boxing Day. Festivus for the rest of us, I think. You'll be here. Your family's rubbish at holidays. I actually don't know what that abbreviation means, Obi-Wan. GDIG. If someone wants to explain, I don't know what it means. Shade drones. Oh, Puddleglum, you need to catch up on the Doctor Who 60th anniversary stuff. There's got to be a sweet little short. I could just get. No, there's got to be a short little MP4 of it somewhere that I can just. 6-second clip. Hold on one moment. You may hear it, you may not. Aw. No, that's not good. That one won't work. I don't want like 3 times or 4 times. I just want once. Come on. The internet, I mean, I could get it myself if I need to, but the internet has to have already gotten it for me, right? Nope, it doesn't seem like it has. I'll get it. I may try to do that after stream. Still grading late. Got home from work, got distracted by chores and forgot to eat. Time to heat up leftover pizza. Oh no! Also, my commute was not fun. As a stealth archer in Skyrim, I much yelled GDI Lydia? God damn it. Oh, got it. God damn it, Gary. Or Jerry or whatever, because she would so my day, I was trying to set up recurring tasks in a Kanban style. Microsoft Tasks, not up to the task. Microsoft Project, sadly also not up to the task, because its Kanban was not pleasant. Microsoft Planner, as far as interface for actual usability, almost there. It doesn't really do subtasks, which, come on, what task planner doesn't do subtasks? Apparently Microsoft Planner. My challenge came in that I was trying to set up an entire year's worth of a recurring project for planning purposes. And there's no way to automatically generate recurring task with different title each time it recurs. There's no way to automatically generate recurring task and have the due dates increment the way that I needed them to. Fine. Other task managers, I've been able to do this in without much difficulty. I just get all the data into a spreadsheet and upload it. None of Microsoft's task management softwares let you import spreadsheets at all. And creating the little checklist that is as close as it can get to a subtask in Planner, you can't copy a bullet list or copy from a set of cells in Excel and then paste it and have it make one bullet for each line. It pastes them all into one bullet and takes out the line breaks. I did manage to get Microsoft Power Automate functional enough to import the tasks with their due dates. But then I still had to manually go in and enter every single subtask one at a time because I couldn't get Power Automate to add the subtasks. It kept erroring out. I shouldn't have to use Microsoft Power Update to import a spreadsheet. Just utterly ridiculous, utterly infuriatingly ridiculous. Also, congratulations, NeoGets, on being a special VIP for this stream. Woo! It means you get the special little VIP badge for the stream. The only Kanban you use is in Obsidian. It's not like a major feature there, so probably not up to par, considering Excel is one of their core products. Exactly, Pretty Witchery. Just absolutely dumbfounding. Do a format paste. Sometimes you need to do that. I did not try that, Detective Zen, but also just I doubt that it will work because these products are horrible. I haven't used Microsoft's productivity suite in about 8 years. I was very intimately familiar with it and used it for a lot of things about 8 years ago. But in that time, they've changed things to be more like Apple and more like Google, and they made things worse. But it also makes me mad because Wunderlist was the best of the best. Wunderlist was the absolute best. And Microsoft bought it and gutted it and turned it into the broken things that they have. Sometime in the spring, they're supposedly merging Microsoft Project Online with Microsoft Planner and Tasks so that they'll all be combined into one app, which sounds to me like if you cross all that functionality together, like they might be approaching the functionality that Wunderlist used to offer. Anyway. I just absolutely annoying. And then I left work and for no apparent reason had the worst commute ever. I live 4 miles from work. The first mile and a half, I didn't get above 3 miles per hour, and most of it was advance a couple of feet or 1 car length and stop and sit there for a few minutes, and then advance a car length and then stop and sit there for a few minutes. For a mile and a half, it took a half an hour to go that mile and a half. And then when it finally cleared up and cars started moving again, it was just because there was an on-ramp that was merging with the traffic, and there was no indication that there had been an accident of any sort. It's just that, oh, traffic was merging from this on-ramp. Traffic is always merging from that on-ramp. The students are all gone. Half the people that work at the university were on vacation today. Why did people suddenly not know how to drive? And then, once I got past that on-ramp, I never got faster than 10 miles below the speed limit because the cars around me wouldn't drive any faster. It was just like, what in the world? Why? I know, Pez, like, why am I suddenly having LA traffic in rural Virginia when 90% of the local population has left the area because they all went home for Christmas break? What? Why buy a product and keep it going when you can kill it and then keep your own inferior one? Exactly. If Christmas movies have taught me anything, closer to the 25th, a miracle will happen that will make everything all right. Detective Zen, I hope so. But enough of my complaining. And as you can see, I had hashtag not sponsored, but I'm going to drink my soda anyway. Anyway, today we are going to be playing a new game. That's why the whole what's this? Because for I don't know how long, actually I could tell you how long, but I don't know how long. I could tell you how many streams, but not exactly the length of time. But for 38 streams. So if you say 4 streams per month, which is not actually accurate, for approximately 9.5 months, we have been doing a one-shot of Outer Wilds. I was tempted. I was actually tempted to play Outer Wilds. The Iceland volcano erupted finally. I will not attempt to say the name of the volcano. Do they still make new games? That's interesting news. Also, in case anybody wants to feel like they're 13, NASA got a picture of Uranus. So if you haven't seen it, go take a look at NASA's picture of Uranus. Sunday, we did our first game of Dream Chaser. How was it? How was it? New bodyguard character is so fun to play and such a cool system to play. Yay! Congratulations. I got to learn or relearn or re-experience. I don't know. I got to run a giveaway on Eric's stream earlier today because Eric is playing Star Trek Resurgence again and has some codes to give away. So during his stream, we gave away a copy of the game, and I got to learn. I got to run a giveaway in Nightbot, and Nightbot, I swear, used to be more complicated to do giveaways. I thought it used to be harder. It was very confusing because I was like, wait, this is too easy. What's going on? This is too easy. Isn't this supposed to be harder? Anyway. You said that with a straight face. Pretty Witchery, I think he's just busy. So don't, yeah. Anyway, what we're gonna do tonight is we're trying a new game. It's one that came from the wheel. It's actually still technically on the wheel. Because I didn't get a chance to take it off of the wheel yet. But is it still on the wheel? It was on the wheel. Yeah, it is. Anyway, we spun the wheel and we spun Voidcrisis. So we're going to play Voidcrisis tonight for our one shot for that. And then when we come back on the 8th for our next Monday night stream, because that'll be 2 weeks where the first one is Christmas Day and the second one is New Year's Day, and I probably am not going to stream either of those. So I think the next Monday will be the 8th. We will be playing Return to Monkey Island, and I'm probably just going to start over from the beginning again because it's been 9.5 months since I last played it. And it was supposed to be my regular, we're doing this except for like once a month when I spin the wheel. But then we got caught in a time loop. Bardarbunga or Grimverton? Grimsverton? Wait, what are you, huh? I have no idea what that is that you're trying to do. Grimsverton? Oh, you're trying to say the name of the volcano. You only get 3 things you can use to play that you come up with. My bodyguard has my fist. Key edge shielding. I started reading it and it took me a minute to catch on that you're talking about the RPG system. It was so fun trying to use them for everything. Mostly punched things because little brother got kidnapped. Hey, if you've got a character that can punch, I like a system that makes it effective for your character to punch. In case you didn't know, I firmly advocate a robust system of melee fighting with improvised weapons or traditional weapons or fisticuffs. Because let me tell you, if your class is fighter or barbarian, you should be able to use standard weapons. But if you're a fighter or a barbarian because you grew up getting in tavern brawls all the time, you're going to be excellent with an improvised weapon. If, like Tika Whalen from the Dragonlance series, you worked at the Inn of the Last Home and served Otik's spiced potatoes all the time and regularly had to break up scuffles in the tavern, you are not a swordswoman. Your weapon is a frying pan. Have you read the book? Did you read how she wielded that frying pan? She should have just continued to improve her skill with the frying pan. It would have been a much more effective weapon and a better story. And oh my gosh, give me a gaming system that will let me choose frying pan as my weapon and specialize in frying pan. And when I need magical weapons, let me make my frying pan magical. Anyway. I thought everything was an improvised weapon for a barbarian. Hi, Hannah. The eruption is north of Grindavik by Hagafell. I have no idea if I said those right, but it's a fissure in the earth, spewing magma. Yes, that's because Iceland. We got the bad guy who don't talk. Oh, you've got the bad guy that you don't talk about because he's Bruno, and you went first, so you punched him out a window. That's hilarious. But no, Obi-Wan, yes, that's possible. Like, she was an expert frying pan wielder, but needed to train in the use of swords and armor. And the thing is, the book did, in the books, she had to learn to use a sword and to wear armor. And she does over the course of the books, and she learns how to use a sword and wear armor. But it always bugged me because there were times where they were actively in conflict where she needed to fight for her life, and she was an inexperienced swordswoman trying to fight for her life with a sword. But she still had the freaking frying pan with her. And during those moments, before she had become an expert swordswoman, while she was fighting for her life, she should have left the sword sheathed and fought with the damn frying pan. Because she was an expert frying pan woman and an inexperienced swordswoman. And she should have fought with the frying pan when it really counted, because she would have been so much more effective. There's a reason why I have a frying pan emote. And it's because I always wanted Tika to be a frying pan fighter. Anyway, I've been trying for like ever to say, we're playing Voidcrisis today. And so we're going to actually play Voidcrisis. And then, of course, we will be raiding over to Althaven for the final episode from Streampunks for 2023, which I believe they have said is also the final episode of Legacy of Silver Creek for this chapter. Meaning that when they come back in January, apparently something else will be happening. Also, they said that there will be announcements tonight. I do not know what they are, but I'm excited. So we'll be heading over there after we play the game. But somebody in the chat put this game on the wheel right after it came out, because Xanderific raided over here after he played it. And so then somebody put it on my wheel, and we spun it. And the reason why Xander raiding over here after playing it matters is Xander did one of the voices in the game. So hopefully we'll be able to find the character that he voiced. And I know nothing about the game. It is open. I have it installed. I believe I have everything set up so that I just need to switch over to the screen and we can see what it's all about. I know it's called Voidcrisis and Xander did one of the voices. That's all I know. So join me on this adventure. Start time until Xander timer. I don't have any timers easily set up that I could throw on there, and I don't. It's a good idea. Take a note that I need to set up the possibility of just throwing a random timer on the screen. But I'm not going to spend the time to try and make that happen right now. Instead, let's see what this is all about. Okay. There's a multiplayer, there's a tutorial, there's a single player. Thank you, Elixir. Voidcrisis archives. I haven't read any data. And this mode is locked. I know nothing. Just call me Jon Snow, because I know nothing. A random timer or a timer that counts in random numbers. Zen. I like the second option. I actually really like the second option. All right, so there's a little online manual will open in your browser. Okay, I want options. Window type, full screen, VSync is off, 3D resolution, render distance ultra. We'll see if my computer can handle that. Medium, brightness 5. Screen shake is on. HUD display settings, camera delay, singular device animation. Close range attack interpolation setting. I have no idea what that even means. How would I know if it was something I wanted to change? Starts a timer. Actually, technically, I started a stopwatch to count up because I didn't know how long to count down for. Yes. All right, sound, master volume, voices, everything's at 10. I don't know if that's good or bad. Keyboard and mouse controller, language. I assume I don't see any subtitle options. That's what I was mostly looking for. Oh. Return to mode, select screen. I suppose we're going to start with the tutorial because it's the only mode I can pick, I think. I guess technically I could pick multiplayer, but I should probably do the tutorial, huh? Party formation. VA. Single play. You all can hear it, right? Select VA to join your party from the party information screen. Set a VA by pressing the plus button in the VA selection slot. You can add CPU up to a maximum of 4 party members. Player. Unlocking VA. What are VA? VA are unlocked as your player level increases and can be obtained by spending TP. Okay. So I spend toilet paper to unlock Virginia. Got it. Only Trigrav is available to select at the start of the game. You can access tune-up and Iowa settings from this screen. Yes, that is what I'm reading because they have not told me what any of these abbreviations mean. So, Virginia are unlocked as your player level increases and can be obtained by spending toilet paper. Only TrigRav is available to select at the start of the game. You can access tune-up and Iowa settings from this screen. Tune-ups can only be performed by unlocked units. Sorry, they have not defined these abbreviations, therefore I'm just making them up. Okay. Unlock? Do you want to spend toilet paper to unlock this unit? I mean, don't I have to? I don't have any other options. And so if I don't unlock it, then I can't play. Ooh, stage information. Stage 1, tutorial. Callisto's. It's perfect. We're apparently going to Callisto. Callisto's battle territory is recreated on a VAFA integrated platform. Offers simulated combat for Virginia pilots without much combat experience. Tutorial included. We'll unlock TrigRav, which is the only one available. I am so confused. Sortie out alone and practice using the controls. Yeah, okay, so not gonna add any extras. 20,000 toilet paper, yes. I don't know what TP stands for, so not all allies have been set. It will be more difficult to clear the stage. Are you sure you wish to proceed? No. Wow, we're TP royalty. When the zombie apocalypse comes, we can trade for everything. But I don't want to spend more. Why do I have to buy your TrigRav too? I feel like they're charging me 4 times for the same thing. Or was it literally, it was 2,000 toilet paper to buy each mech? So I had to buy the mechs. Like, did I have to pay for the mech suits for my CPU companions? 1 snowstorm's worth in the American South. Oh gosh, 1 pandemic's worth, yeah. It's pretty, I just don't know what anything means. And I feel like because I literally just started the tutorial, they maybe should have told me what some of that meant. And having spent my day dealing with bad user experience design, I may have noticed a little bit of bad user experience design there. Detective Zen, yes, absolutely. Go get your lunch. I hope it's delicious.
Let's do this.
Okay, we're going to a battlefield on Callisto. Kaiju battle time. Tutorial, 1 of 5. You've reached the battle territory. We will now explain the basic Virginia controls and the purpose of your mission. They still haven't told me what VA stands for. Normal attack. Okay, do I want to do mouse and keyboard or do I want to do controller? Attack, skill, signals. It's WASD for movement. Skill 2 is Q. Skill 1 is right click. Skill 3 and 4 are ER. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want controller, personally. All right. I can aim better with the mouse, but when I get lots of controls and lots of different skills to activate, controller is just better, or gamepad, or whatever you want to call it. Descend, ascend. So left triggers are up and down for flight, player info, options, movement, left, push in left click for interaction. Okay. Iowa communication, return to base, signals. But the left arrow is not set for anything. That's a choice. Normal attack, skill 1, skill 2, 3, singular device. Don't know what that means. Don't know what any of it means right now, but it's fine. Camera operation and large map. Cool. Unit operation. Unleash the powerful skills of each Virginia with the skill button. Perform evasive action in your chosen direction with the boost button. With the skill button and the boost button. Okay. Keep pressing the boost button to continue moving at high speed. I'm gonna be so bad at this. Boost. No, gosh. Using skills and boosts consumes energy. Energy is restored over time or upon returning to the base. The amount of energy restored can be enhanced by items and tune-ups. Victory condition. Defeat the enemy boss. Succeed in your mission by defeating the boss at the end of the stage. Oakley dokley.
Unit status analysis. Reckless advancement brings only risk.
Don't lose heart. Keep moving forward.
Attack types. There are two types of attacks: energy attacks and physical attacks. Energy attacks deal damage to barriers and deal 1.5 times damage to opponents without barriers. Physical attacks deal damage directly to armor. Turrets fire homing missiles, yay, at regular intervals. Is the game sound low? I can raise the game. Potentially. Missiles are a physical attack and thus deal direct damage to armor. Avoid missiles by keeping moving as much as possible. Yay. You will hear a warning sound when a turret has locked onto you. Some turrets also possess special effects. Golem turrets. On being destroyed, enemy golems. I can't do it. Enemy golems are temporarily weakened. Large turrets deploy a field that reduces movement speed and temporarily disables the use of skills. Use signals to communicate with other players. For example, when you want to cooperate to destroy a turret, or when the global core is in danger, signal, transmit pin. Align the signal button with the target. Press and hold the signal button while selecting the player. Oh, I'm gonna be really bad at this. Request assistance. Press the signal button twice. There's definitely gonna be a learning curve. I don't even know how to shoot things.
We are taking damage.
You can use return to go back to the starting point when you've consumed energy or armor in battle. Only press the button when you're in a safe place. Your return will be canceled if you're attacked while returning. At the starting point, you can restore your depleted armor and barrier and access the shop. It's a little low.
Skill energy running low. Avoid non-critical combat encounters.
Okay, but how do I shoot things?
I think you can still fight this out.
We are under fire. Seek refuge at once.
A full-on retreat is unnecessary. If you see an opening, move in to attack.
No, okay, great. Thanks. But I can't boost, I can't
Turret destroyed.
do anything, and I don't even know what I'm doing. So, don't we need to shoot everything? Everything is an improvised weapon. I'll get the sound here in a second, sorry. Turrets not only interfere with your advance, but also restore the boss's hit points. We suggest destroying all turrets before taking on a boss. Well, great, thanks for that. All right, sound. Okay, the master volume is all the way. Every sounds are all at their max, so I will I have boosted the slider in OBS. Let me know if this is any better. This time loop seems to be much different. Are you messing with time again? This time loop is indeed much different.
Please be certain to carry out a status check on our unit.
I don't know what I'm doing! Defeat the boss at the end of the stage to complete your mission. Bosses are very powerful. If you're having trouble defeating a boss, use cubes obtained by defeating enemies or metamaterials accumulated over time to enhance your Virginia at your base. I still don't know what that means. So I keep saying Virginia. I don't know how to shoot. Normal attack is right trigger.
We are taking damage. Requesting immediate retreat from this location.
Yeah, I would love
If there are
to.
any allied fighters around you, coordinate with them and move to attack.
I would very much.
Unit damage readings in the red. Requesting.
Respawning. When your Virginia is destroyed by the enemy, it will respawn after a period of time dictated by its grade. There's no penalty for being destroyed, but the time it takes to respawn will be longer in the latter half of a stage. You also have the option of instantly respawning, although your Virginia will respawn at a lower grade. Only available once per stage. And yes, I'm going to continue saying Virginia until they tell me what this abbreviation actually stands for. X Matrix, Virginia Enhancement. At the X Matrix, you can purchase various matrices to use in enhancing your Virginia. Metamaterials, the materials needed to acquire matrices, can be obtained at certain intervals. Add metamaterials to matrices in your collection to get even more powerful matrices. Unwanted matrices can be disassembled for materials. Use entangle cubes dropped by enemies to perform augmentations. Auto-retrieve metamaterial temporarily increases the amount of metamaterial gained. Global core auto-recovery greatly increases auto-recovery of the global core for...
An immediate return to base.
I don't know what's going on.
First, secure the perimeter. Then
Yes.
consider pulling out.
Grant. What? Is that a good
No sign of enemy fighters.
or a bad? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Eventually, I will hopefully learn how to do something. After you annihilate an enemy wave, the enemy will temporarily stop its advance. At this time, you can approach the enemy camp and return to your base or enhance your Virginia.
Seems that wave of attacks has ended.
Great.
Phantom turret down. The safe zone has expanded.
What's that?
Remember, when the opportunity arises, you always have the option to return to
Oh,
base.
that's a shield. Are you telling me that you think I should return to base
Skill
now?
energy levels low. Expect reduction in available maneuvers.
Crank up the intensity in this fight to take them out effectively.
Recommending unit status analysis. Reckless advancement brings only risk.
What are
Don't lose heart.
my
Keep moving
abilities?
forward.
Ah, what the what? I am so bad. Grade up. There's a gauge and a grade displayed underneath the Virginia icon in the HUD at the bottom of the screen. The grade reflects the performance status of the Virginia. The maximum grade is 40. The gauge shows the amount of experience points. EXE is experience points? Okay. Gained by defeating enemies. Virginia won't immediately perform at their true potential when battle starts. Collect experience points by defeating enemy phantoms to raise your Virginia's grade. They still have never told me what VA actually stands for. As its grade increases, your Virginia's parameters will improve. From grade 6, you'll be able to use skill 4, singular device. Deal the finishing blow to enemies like phantoms to earn more experience points. Enemies also have grades. Enemy grades will, making them more powerful. Fighting enemies head on is risky. Make good use of skills. Sure. Uh-huh, yes. Yeah. All of that makes sense. I just don't understand how to actually make any of it happen. Nope. Defeat condition. The global core is destroyed. Take out the enemy boss while protecting the global core at your base. I understand, like, they're trying to communicate all this stuff to you, and so you get these little pop-ups that pause. And I feel like if I had just gotten to run around and press buttons for a bit, I might have figured out how some of this works, and then it would have been more useful to have them explained. But because I keep getting interrupted, I don't know what the heck is going on at all.
Phantom turret destroyed. Well done. Keep moving forward.
I want to know what this is.
Please be certain to carry out a status check on our unit.
Yes,
Skill
and
energy running low.
I don't know what that means.
Avoid non-critical combat encounters.
Avoid all non-critical combat encounters.
Just take a look at the enemy's armor. I think you can still fight this out.
Support gate can be activated after 5 minutes. 3 minutes in the tutorial. The activation device for the support gate is located in the central basement of the stage. This, in some ways, is reminding me of games like Overwatch, which, let's just say, I'm not very good at. You can check the status on the minimap. I'm feeling overwhelmed with information at the moment. Cannot be activated is gray, can be activated flashing active is blue. Stay in the vicinity of the support gate initiator for a while to activate the support gate in your stage. When a gate is activated, a support golem will be ejected to automatically fight as your ally. The support golem will become stronger each time the gate is opened. Grand. I'm happy to hear that. But,
You can activate the support gate. Do this to summon...
Multiple energy readings on the time fissure.
Prepare for... Did we win? I've been collecting matrices since I was in high school. Elixir, I do enjoy a good matrix.
We are victorious.
Yay!
Very well done.
I had good CPU allies. Portico, I have no clue, because I honestly didn't know what was going on the entire time. I got 40,000 physical therapy for it, though. Tune up frequency boost 1. New tune up limit 5 times. I still don't understand. Post-mission results. Your results will be displayed post-mission. Depending on your results, you can earn toilet paper and player experience. Void material can be obtained by destroying Invader Phantom Virginia piloted by other players. Gaining a certain amount of player experience will increase your player level. As you level up, you will unlock various items, including more Virginia and adjust effects. Check the memory and skills you've acquired and decide whether to apply them to the Iowa. Oh dear, we have ad break. So, I'm gonna keep reading through this, but some of our friends will not be able to see and hear what's going on. So, I really need that, like, Roganbot needs to alert me that ad break is coming before ad break gets here. Wait, and want? Death set training? Ignorance? Check the memory and skills you've acquired and decide whether to apply them to the Iowa. Since the memory you can obtain depends on your playstyle, consider which parameters you want to prioritize when enhancing your Iowa. After viewing your results, you can select 3 adjust effects that will only take effect during one playthrough. Adjust effects offer a great range of advantages in battle. Acquired adjust effects will be reset after your... NeoGets, what is it? I'm sure it's... I am absolutely certain that there are heavy anime influences on this game, which is fine. we're basically Gundam fighters, and I get that. It's just so in the BattleTech game, words like adjust effects here would be bolded, highlighted, linked words that I could hover over and it would define them. And that would be so much easier to understand than this. Vital armor. I'm gonna keep calling it Virginia until they actually tell me what it stands for. But it's good to actually know that it means vital armor. I do think that, I think it's a problem. We're in the tutorial and they still have not defined these abbreviations that they're using. They haven't said what IA is. They haven't said what VA is. Hi, Detective Zen. Thank you for the self-care time. This post-mission rewards screen, I read the words and I do not understand anything that it's saying here. You can select 3 adjust effects, which I'm assuming is just like bonuses or like modifications to something. And they'll be in effect during one time going in, one playthrough. So that, if I'm understanding it correctly, feels a lot like one of the mechanics in the Alien game. Not Isolation, Fireteam Elite. Yeah, like just a modification that applies to the next game. I destroyed nothing. I am not at all surprised. I still have no idea what IA stands for. Gonna keep calling it Iowa. Also, I have no choice of what I look like. Maybe just because it's a tutorial. Attack, defense, mobility, energy efficiency. Great, there are numbers there. Iowa initial value, Iowa max value. IA apparently has something to do with the pilot, but I have no idea what it stands for. No acquired memory or skills. Aggressor increases attack by 5%, and Hermes program, or Hermes program, probably Hermes because flight. But, so I can pick one of these, I think. Let's boost attack. Recovery increases armor auto recovery by 20%, or Chronos reduces Virginia skill cooldowns by 10%. Detective Zen, those sure are numbers. Yeah. Never guessed what IA stood for, but it's essentially the VA computer. Yeah, again, still, is it like, I don't know what the words are, but basically, is it an AI? But I have no idea what IA words would mean artificial intelligence when put in the order where the I comes first. Anyway. Iowa acquired memories sounds like the first draft of a rom-com. Detective Zen, you're not wrong. Skill cooldowns will go armor, quick draw, and challenger. It's an AI, but they called it invariant autonomy. What? I don't have a problem with vital armor and invariant autonomy. Great. These are terms that are unfamiliar to me, but sure, I have no problem going into the world and learning vital armor and invariant autonomy. My problem is you've been throwing them at me as abbreviations the whole time without ever telling me what the abbreviations stood for. Like, it's an AI, but they called it invariant autonomy. Yeah, because science fiction shenanigans. Because anime shenanigans. I should not have to be on their website to find out what these are. Exactly. And the thing is, maybe they tell you in the actual, like, single player game. But what I don't understand is why they didn't define them in the tutorial. Attack speed or stronger enemies? Yeah, we're gonna go attack speed. And the thing is, maybe they just assume that everybody who's gonna play this knows everything about anime and will understand anyway, but... Enhancing Virginia. And yes, I do know that it stands for vital armor now, but I'm gonna keep calling it Virginia until they actually define it in the game. Upon clearing a stage, you will return to the party formation screen, enhancing your Virginia with the toilet paper and void material you've acquired. And then take on the next stage. Yep, okay, so rinse and repeat. This concludes the tutorial. You will now return to the mode selection screen. Oakley dokley. Multiplayer mode unlocked. Single player mode unlocked. Voidcrisis archives unlocked. So close to sounding lewd. I'm sorry. I have no idea what TP stands for. It's whatever the name of their currency is. Total points? No clue. Archives. We have archives. Episode 0. First unlocked. A history of the epic struggle. Century of advancement. The age of power suits. 2055. Multi-layer loop quantum gravity technology is perfected. Short-range in 2068. Yo. No. 2055. Multi-layer loop quantum gravity technology is perfected. Short-range quantum teleportation is a success. 2068. Space-time transfer fiber netting is completed. This is the Star League chronology, apparently. And then we have 2155. The Galactic Planetary War begins, and it goes until 2164. And then there's Pax Heliola, the piece of the sun? Helios? I can't remember. Helios. Sorry, now my brain is just gonna want me to do things. Probably the piece of the solar system. Thank you. That would make sense, Puddleglum. What's this? A Rogan at 2 p.m. in my afternoon? More likely than you think. Hi, Basilicaris. It's great to see you. Let's see. The Pax Heliola, 2189. The hypercommunicative block is developed. The what now? Is this supposed to be some sort of computer that just talks a lot? 2217, the Heliosphere War begins. The EM barrier system is completed. 2220, the Orion Treaty is signed, and 2221, Voidcrisis occurs. So we have the Age of Power Suits, followed by the Age of Frame Virginia, followed by the Age of Multi-Silhouette Virginia, followed by the Age of Compact Virginia. Because they still have not defined VA. Hyper-communicative? I think I'm stealing that as a tag yourself. Space-time transfer fiber. Pretty. Actually, that's an amazing, look at that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Encounter with the unknown. Ooh. I'm gonna actually play the video here in a second, but the stills are good. Hypercommunicative block. There's no actual other words to read, but okay, sure. I haven't found a definition for TP, so that's now forever toilet paper. And the end of the Heliosphere War. That is a gorgeous piece of art. Look at that picture. I want print screen, please. Did it work? Window, full screen, window. Got it. I have captured that image because that is gorgeous. I will use that as a wallpaper. It is absolutely beautiful. All right. This time I'm not going to try and read the timeline. I will read the captions out loud, though. In 2068, space-time transfer fiber netting was completed, making life on Mars and Jupiter possible. Humanity's first interplanetary war for supremacy, the Galactic Planetary War, was suddenly brought to an end when first contact was made with the BEC, an intelligent life form from outside the solar system. Another abbreviation that they do not... The bug-eyed creatures? BEC? I don't know. It's bug-eyed creatures until they define it. In 2189, during the 50 years of peace known as Pax Heliola, each faction completed the development of the hypercommunicative block system. This process of connecting interchangeable machine parts using a quantum gravitational system enabled customizable design and increased competition in Virginia development. Neo gets... Half a century after the Galactic Planetary War, humanity was split into 7 factions, each consumed by its own self-interests. This led to the beginning of the Heliosphere War, an all-out war among humankind fought across the entire solar system. Abyssal, it's definitely Gundams. So Jaegers, yeah, same difference. After years of fighting and numerous casualties on all sides, the 7 factions signed the Orion Treaty. This marked the beginning of local warfare, a method of battling fought on an artificial battlefield called the Battle Territory. Oh, so now war has moved into virtual space. There's nothing that can go wrong there. This story represents the events leading up to the beginning of local warfare. Okay, so the game has us physically fighting through the events that ultimately eventually lead to war being fought virtually. Yeah, sortie with other players and take down enemies. We're gonna go single player because, oh my gosh, I still do not understand half of what's going on. If I take anything away from this scream, it's the phrase, use toilet paper to enhance your Virginia. Detective Zen. That, and go take a look at NASA's pictures of your Uranus. Sorry. I stumbled over that one. Go take a picture at NASA's, go... Make sure you go and take a look. Nope. I've broken myself too many times now. You need to make sure that you go and see NASA's new pictures of Uranus. Create a room and configure player settings and difficulty level. Goat ate a pic of Uranus. Go take a peek at Uranus. Exactly. it will definitely take me a while, but I am fairly certain I will be clipping that. It's a very pretty picture. Yes, Uranus is gorgeous, especially the rings. The uranal rings are absolutely marvelous to look at. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I've tried so hard. The thing is, everything I'm saying is 100% accurate and not in any way sexual or body part related. And yet it's impossible to keep a straight face the whole time. The uranal rings in NASA's new pictures of Uranus are spectacular, and you need to see them. Shadows of Life, everyone's 13 on the internet. Well, that's all right then. It was so good. I understand that problem with uranal rings are hard to deal with. Yes. My school teachers all pronounced it the less funny way, Uranus. And there's a reason why your school teachers all pronounced it Uranus. Because, Neogets, I don't know how old you are, but I know that when I was learning about the planets in elementary school, my teachers were still saying Uranus. And considering the reactions and the difficulty they had, I can understand why lots of teachers decided to pronounce it Uranus instead. Use toilet paper to tune up enhance. See, look, there's an example of exactly what they should have been doing this entire time. They use so many terms and like, okay, great. This is the only time they've defined something. Tune up is enhance. Give me more of this, please, game. I think that this game needed possibly some editing. I've never heard it pronounced like the toilet. They defined some. I know, they defined something that is not an abbreviation. It's hilarious. Use toilet paper to tune up, enhance 4 types of Virginia parameters: attack, defense, mobility, and energy efficiency. Tune-ups only take effect for a single playthrough and will reset after your session ends. The number of possible tune-ups increases as your player level increases. You can also use void material obtained by defeating invading players to enhance your Virginia without spending toilet paper. A sub at your middle school had to substitute teach a lesson on the gas giant planets to a room of 6th graders. Oh gosh, the planet's made of farts. They probably are tuning points. You're right. That's probably what TP stands for, but they haven't, or tune-up parameter. No, probably tune-up points or something like that, but they've never defined it. So how am I supposed to know? Attack up? I don't have any void material, so I can't actually tune up because I don't have any void material. Yes. No, you're right. And that's the reason why, even though you went and found out for me what VA stands for, I'm continuing to say Virginia because they still haven't actually defined it in the game. Okay, so I could go in solo, but it said it would be harder. So I will get a computer to join me. If I take in 2, oh, this is the first stage. There's no void material in Uranus. I suppose not, Elixir. We get void material. Put them in our Virginia and enhance with toilet paper. I think I understand. It might be tuna pieces. Callisto. A crack appears in the battle territory under construction at a ruined helium refinery. An unknown legion. Magenta energy walls split the area into 4 zones, restricting travel. Okay. Should I bring in more computers? I think for this, yes. Until I actually know what the frack I'm doing, I'm gonna bring a full team and hopefully learn how to use my attack. You looked it up out of curiosity and you're glad that I'm continuing to use my own terms? Oh no. Oh. Yeah, okay, ready. Nothing can possibly go wrong with a whole team of computers. Heliosphere Management Committee, official compiled history. It is the beginning of the 22nd century. The human race has expanded its sphere of activity to stretch across the entire solar system. 2 galactic wars, the planet... Oh, good. It's waiting for me. I wasn't sure. I thought it was maybe going to go on. 2 galactic wars, the Galactic Planetary War and the Heliosphere War, have reduced the human population from 20 billion to 2 billion. Yet, the conflict continues. The survivors, now split into 7 factions, have commenced preparations for the next war. It didn't wait for me. The Heliosphere War concluded with the signing of the Orion Treaty. This historical day also saw the establishment of the Heliosphere Management Committee, HMC. Local warfare, overseen by the HMC and fought by human and Iowa-controlled weapons, called VA, was proposed in an effort to reduce human casualties. In response, the 7 factions quickly began developing Virginia and training pilots for battle. The largest faction, Jupiterium, also initiated construction of battle territory something. A crack suddenly appeared on the surface of the birdcage, a quantum barrier used to prevent outside interference during local warfare. We, the HMC, have received a video. Giant photon beings, or phantoms, have emerged from the crack and begun destroying the battle territory on Callisto. 11/28/22/21, Heliosphere Management Committee. Faster, harder, stronger, better, higher, techno riff. I've seen this series of Doctor Who. Instead of waiting for the Heliosphere Management Committee to take action, we of Jupiterium have asked the Vafa for support. In addition to the combat exoskeleton VA Vital Armor, Pied Piper and Grimhilda, the state-of-the-art Triglav and Black Rose are waiting in Callisto's Vital Armor hangar. VA pilots, all aka stringers, appear one after another. They finally defined VA. Pied Piper is what Xander voiced. It was by some twist of fate that I, Saya, was appointed as field commander on Callisto. As the stringers continue their battle preparations, the elite Jupiterium unit, led by Commander Upito, has arrived. Upito is the Midas warrior in our entire base. We have also received a message from Ganymede, the capital moon of Jupiterium. The crack that appeared on the birdcage is to be known as the Time Crack. And Upito's unit is forbidden from entering battle until the situation... I didn't quite get to the end because... things are pushing through the crack. I know. We've been talking about Uranus and something's going through the crack.
For some action.
Recommending unit status analysis. Reckless
Enemy
advancement
Phantom
brings
Fleet.
Only risk.
Don't lose heart.
Player to
Keep moving forward.
HMC. Oh. Matrices. I don't own any matrices. Augmentation. Auto-retrieve metamaterial. But I can't do any of that either. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I should maybe join the fighting. Should I join the fighting? Do we think, can I? Am I shooting? I'm shooting! Yay! I've been so confused.
Attacks have halted. Now is your chance to move in.
Run a check on our current unit status. Return to base if necessary.
Run a check, or are you just telling me to look at their status and make sure that nothing is being destroyed?
Phantom turret down.
Because
Advance the front
nobody's
line.
currently in danger, and I don't think we need to return.
Into enemy territory. Proceed with caution. Enemy waves advancing. Engage with care and precision.
Here we go.
What is that?
Fully equipped. Check over your unit's status.
Yeah, the units seem fine. Thank you. Oh.
We are taking hits. Be mindful of enemy position.
Yes, thank you.
Calm yourself. Take a higher position above the
Okay,
enemy.
look, I don't need you to, like, backseat drive.
Phantom turret down.
This would have been fine in the tutorial. This is not the tutorial. I do not need backseat driving here.
Remember, when the opportunity arises, you always have the option to
The
return.
enemy advance is halted. Now's your chance to either retaliate or recuperate.
What do you mean the enemy
A
advance?
ceasefire is underway. Might I suggest retreat and recuperation over further advance?
But there's a turret. Should I not destroy the turret? The time crack. Is that near Uranus?
Recommending unit status analysis. Reckless advancement brings only risk.
What?
Don't lose heart.
Reckless advancement.
Keep moving.
Who the heck are you to tell me that my advancement has been reckless? We took out the turrets and now we're returning so that we can do
Please be certain
upgrades.
to carry out a status check on our unit.
It's so confusing. I am also very confused by the dialogue versus the actions.
Incoming enemy readings from a zone with no allied units. Our defensive line is giving way.
What are you talking about?
We need to head over there immediately.
Our defensive line is fine. Sort of. One of them is gonna die, but also you told me I should retreat and upgrade,
Enemy skill
and I
energy
couldn't figure out
levels low.
how.
Expect reduction in available maneuvers.
Okay, look.
Crank up the intensity in this fight to take them out effectively.
We're not gonna play this for the next 6 months, that's for sure. It was 9 months for, what's it? Outer Wilds. I do hope that we manage to get far enough.
Unit durability level low.
Oh, shut up.
Retreat to safety.
Still stand our ground. Sticking it out a little longer won't hurt.
I do want to hear Xander's voice, so hopefully
Prepare
we'll...
to enter repair sequence.
Oh, fudge. Hey, I cleared stage 1. Just got 14 pairs of earrings listed in your shop. Hannah, you should drop the link to your shop in chat.
Victory is ours. Excellent work.
Victory always puts a smile on my face.
I didn't need 2 voices talking in my ear the whole time. One of them would have been fine. Pretty Witchery, I agree. This game seems stressful. This is why I recognize the name. Xander's in it. Yes, Abyssal. Xander played it, but yeah. Xander does one of the voices, right? Just don't have it unlocked yet. I leveled up to level 2. I got 44,725 toilet paper. Because they still haven't told me what TP stands for. Detective Zen, I essentially, yes, it does feel very much like a mech bullet hell. I didn't get any memory or skills. I kind of wish it was more like Contra, but like I feel like it's sort of similar, and I kind of wish it was more like Contra, the old Contra games, because I think that I would enjoy more. But also, it has a number of elements that remind me of like dropping into like Overwatch or something like that. And I get really overwhelmed really fast in that type of game. So far, it's been kind of fun. I'm just a little overwhelmed, and having the two different advisors talking back and forth in my ears was a little bit too much for me, but whatever. Memory like a thing with holes. Overwatch was more fun just because it was really easy to just get in and understand what was going on. This has been, I don't know, the constant pop-up and pop-up, pause, pop-up, pause. Like, there was a lot of interruption in the initial onboarding. Hopefully that reduces. Neptunus program, maximum energy by 30%, or Odin program, energy auto recovery by 50%. I'm going for energy recovery. Defender, defense by 12%, or weakness exploitation, critical hit rate of normal attacks by 3%. Sure. Armor auto recovery by 20%, or Ashura program, attack by 15%. Yeah, we'll go there. It has some gorgeous art though. Saya, Scenery Analyst, Jupiterium, Records File 2. I don't know if it's because of the crack, but we're getting no updates from the outside. Our transmissions can't get through either. Could it be that time has actually stopped? We have decided to analyze the enemy while working to restore communications. The structure and composition of the enemy phantoms closely resemble our 3D printed VA. The only difference is that we can't find any traces of an active Iowa nor biological presence in the pilot compartment. So just how do they operate? I wonder. We will continue our investigations. I still don't have access to anything else. I still don't have any void material, so I can't tune up. Ooh, weapon. Gungnir. Singular device. Rush enemies at high speed before piercing them with a giant energy spear. Energy shot, normal attack. A quick medium caliber shot with energy attribute. Wing laser. CD32. Press and hold to lock onto multiple enemies and fire a laser with energy attribute. You know, this would have been great if I could have known what these things were at some point before this. Gravity ball. CD42. Attack with energy attribute. Fire a multi-hit gravity ball forward. Briefly stuns the enemy. Because all of this makes sense when I have it explained to me. Like, oh, this spends energy if I shoot it. Great. That's good to know. Energy blade. Close range attack / enemies with an energy blade. Iowa. Iowa can be set up for each vital armor. The performance of Iowa improves as they gain memory while you play. They still haven't defined IA. Iowa can also learn unique skills by acquiring lots of memory. Skills can be set from the Iowa configuration screen. But I don't have any acquired memory, so grand. But now I know how to get there. Cool. Stage 2, original. I can't watch Fortnite, but can play it. Sometimes I can watch Overwatch, other times you can't. That makes sense. Pretty Witchery, the game itself seems like the gameplay we'll probably get to a point where it would be fun if I got some experience with it. Because I can see how it would be a fun repetition thing. It has a lot of really dense terminology that they didn't define. And so this game needs an overhaul to its user experience onboarding. And I don't think it needs more like the way the tutorial was, where it would pop up a window and pause while I read a bunch of information. Because that was a flood of information. I don't think it needs more of those, but what I do think it needs is more, oh, here's this abbreviation that we're going to use a lot. Let me put in parentheses behind that what it stands for. Or better yet, let's give a little bit of like the story introduction up front. Give me a short video that talks about VAs and IAs and all that, explains what those abbreviations are before I start doing anything. That would be really helpful. Because the onboarding, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Vance, hi, it's Voidcrisis. It is a Gundam game, and Xander voices one of the Iowas. I already forgot what IA stands for. IA is their abbreviation for the game's equivalent of an AI. But I forgot what the letters stand for, and they haven't actually told us in game what they stand for, so I've just been reading it as Iowa every time I see it. Player, it does not say play or. It does have an E. Actually, the way the font renders, it looks more like a theta than an E, but it is a lowercase e. Aimed at the mech-loving crowd, people who can process this type of terminology without Detective Zen, I get that. It definitely feels like they expected players to come in and already know what these things meant. May I suggest John Green plays Fortnite for a weirdly zen Fortnite experience? That would be really interesting. Okay, so stage 2. Another crack opens in Callisto's battle territory. A mysterious time crack. The unidentified units are known as phantoms. The magenta energy walls or obstacles appear irregularly, blocking 2 zones. Sure. Pretty Witchery, sometimes just being horrible at a game is great fun. A second time crack appeared during VA maintenance. The crack is giant with multiple fractures. I'm the first to sortie. I would like to... I doubt that we're going to get to Xander's voice. I'm sad because I kind of wish that we would. It's on Hank Games because John issued a silent takeover. That's hilarious. But I think I have to be able to upgrade the mech in order to get to Xander's voice lines.
Moving into battle.
Wait, are you Triglov? I thought Triglov was the mech suit. Is Triglov the AI that runs this mech suit?
With care and precision.
And who the heck are you? Because you're really annoying.
Are you fully equipped? Check over your unit's status.
Yes, I'm fully equipped. Everybody's status looks good. Am I supposed to already be attacking? Because I am. I have no idea. I don't need the mother hen, like...
We are taking damage. Requesting immediate
okay, Aegis?
from this location.
If there are any allied fighters around you, coordinate with them and move to attack.
Yes, yes, yes. I know what you want me to do. It doesn't mean I remember how to do it or am going to do it.
We are taking hits.
Oh, shut up,
Be mindful
Aegis.
of enemy positioning.
Calm yourself. Take a higher position above the enemy.
Fine.
You have the advantage.
I have now taken a higher position above the enemy.
Barrier levels low. Be mindful of further use.
You're still fine. Keep moving forward.
Enemy readings in the vicinity of our global core. Return to base at once.
Retreat en masse isn't necessary. Watch.
Unit damage readings no longer in the green. Might I suggest returning to base?
I am trying to, Aegis.
Staying alive is important, but so is not fleeing from the encroaching enemy.
Okay, look.
Our global core is under fire. Fall back and eliminate returning to base.
Head back and resupply. Phantom turret down.
Demand
Advance
avoidance.
the front line.
Yes,
You are
Abyssal.
traversing further into enemy territory. Proceed with caution.
I also have the, like, you're telling me to do a thing which makes me not want to do it. So, and just Aegis keep popping up and saying blah, 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 blah. It felt very
Well
naggy.
done.
Like,
Keep moving forward.
stop nagging me.
Please be certain to carry out a status check
I
on
would
our
need to
unit.
I would need to be able to mute them, and I'm sure I can. The problem is that I want
Fuel energy levels low. Expect reduction in available maneuvers.
I want to get to the point where I could hear Xander's voice lines. I don't
Enemy
understand
forces have advanced on our global core, calling for
why
immediate return
are
to
there
base.
two? Because that's part of the problem. One is the Gundam's personality, well, like the invariant augment or whatever. I forget what IA stood for. One is him, and he's my Gundam.
You are traversing further.
But who's
The
she?
enemy advance is halted. Now's your chance to either.
Unit durability level low. Recommending retreat to safety.
You may always want to think about falling back to save since we're nearing end of stream. Actually, a real thing learning that my brain really was like that. Yeah, no, the avoidance of like, I was gonna try and survive this battle, but then you told me to, and now I'm gonna leave Roy to spite you.
Recommending unit
Exactly.
status analysis. Reckless advancement brings only risk.
I'm also, my playstyle for games like this is very, very,
Fuel energy at 30%.
very
Mind your
much
reserves as you fight on.
spray and pray.
Assess the situation and figure out how to handle this with what means we
Because
have
there's
left.
too much going on for me to keep track of it. I don't have enough time to process.
Use it wisely.
So
Only as a
I
last
button
resort.
mash and I spray and pray.
Unit damage at critical
Oh,
levels.
shush.
Calling for immediate retreat to prioritize recovery.
Aegis,
I
shush.
second that. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Phantom turret down. The safe zone has expanded.
Button mashers unite!
Remember, when the opportunity arises, you always have the option to return to base.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Abyssal. If it helps, I will tell you, under no circumstances should you ever
Now's your chance to
move
either
the things that you were going to move anyway.
recuperate.
A ceasefire is underway.
Like,
Might I suggest retreat and
no.
recuperation over further
Absolutely
advance?
not. You should leave them exactly where they are.
Fuel energy at 30%. Mind your reserves as you fight on.
Assess the situation and figure out how to handle this with what means we have left.
I spent a bunch of energy getting over here.
Multiple energy readings on the time fissure. Prepare
Oops.
for incoming phantom attack.
Where's the enemy coming in from? Check the map.
The,
and
the
prepare as
enemy
needed.
is fissuring through the
Incoming
crack.
enemy readings from have been shot
We're
down.
not even to
Prepare to
Uranus.
enter repair sequence.
You're never gonna get over the Santa hats.
Welcome back.
It is a pleasant.
Get back on
Thank-
the front line.
Oh boy. Why are they down there? And what are all those units and jeepers? I should pay attention.
Enemy readings in vicinity of our global core. Return to base at once.
Retreat en masse isn't necessary. Watch your allies and decide based on their actions.
Our global core is taking damage. Return to base.
Phantom turret down. Advance the front line.
You are traversing further into enemy territory. Proceed with caution.
I don't know. I think
No sign of enemy fighters.
potentially this game could get fun. It would take a while for me to get really good at it, though.
Take a moment to analyze our current.
But I can
unit
see,
condition.
how
An allied unit. All
people
teams have been
would
shut
really
down.
enjoy it.
Prepare to enter repair
It's
sequence.
definitely a game that is not. It's not the style of game that I'm especially good at.
Multiple energy readings on the time fissure. Prepare for incoming phantom attack.
I'm curious,
Where's the enemy coming in from? Check the map and prepare as needed.
but I probably will get overwhelmed
The
with it
enemy is advancing along
too
an unguarded route. It would be
quickly for me
prudent
to
thwart them
really
immediately.
get good at it.
Joining up with any allied units en route might be advantageous.
Destroy! Yay! Now there's one down here. Get rid of them. What are these portals? I feel like those are bringing in more baddies. I don't like that. I wish I could target the portals.
The large phantom's durability is down. Keep this up.
Similar and different. Clear stage 2. Mission clear.
The battle is over. We are victorious.
Very well done.
I really need one of you to talk to me. It's even worse because it's in stereo. So she talks in my left ear and he talks in my right ear, and that is just a little overwhelming for me. That would be something where it's like, I was already having some like audio sensory overload issues today, and having it go 1 and 2, it was really difficult. Detective Zen story? What do you mean? Was I supposed to follow something that happened in story? What, ooh, but I got memory, mighty, earned by taking an average of 10,000 or more damage per minute. Consumes a lot of memory, slightly increases armor and barrier, slightly increases attack. Protector, earned by taking a total of 100,000 or more damage in one stage. Consumes a lot of memory, slightly increases armor and barrier recovery, slightly increases attack. Nice. They gave me bonuses because I got damaged a lot. Yes. Reload. Speeder. Chronos. Skill cooldowns by 10%. Auto energy recovery. I know they just went live, so we'll end here pretty soon. Commander Yupito and his team have defeated the Phantoms. Quantum oscillation of the birdcage has resumed, and communication with the outside world has been restored. Does the crack only stop time within the boundaries of the birdcage? We will send an analysis beacon to the boundary. Commander Yupito is holding a victory party in the VA hangar. I'll head there right after I submit this to the HMC. Hey, but I got up to level 4. That's not bad. I didn't get far enough to get to the part that Xander voiced, because Xander voiced the Pied Piper, which I believe is the Gundam after this one. I think I would have to level up enough so that it becomes available for purchase before I would get any lines voiced by Xander. But definitely worth at least playing that far, I think. I'm going to double check because I didn't actually see, but I think that Althaven has gone live, indeed. And we do not want to be late today because they're doing announcements. I don't know what the announcements are, but they're doing announcements. And we don't want to miss the announcements. So I'm going to... I'm going to put us over into credits and say thank you so much for joining me. I have no idea what that was. I'm probably going to play this game some more. And if I get to the point where I'm actually decent at it, I might bring it on stream again. Just to show off Xander's voice. It is Dino Day. Today is the last Streampunks stream of 2023 and the last episode of this chapter of Legacy of Silver Creek. And all I know about the announcements is that Streampunks are going to have announcements at the beginning of stream or sometime tonight during stream. I don't know what those announcements are, but I imagine we might find out maybe what they're going to be playing next. We are not spinning the wheel tonight, Wannabe Sayuri. I can't even turn it on this screen. When next I stream on a Monday, it will be the 8th of January, and we will be finally doing the playthrough of Return to Monkey Island that I was supposed to start and actually do like 9-10 months ago, but then I got distracted by Outer Wilds. So we're going to start fresh from the beginning of Monkey Island. So we'll be playing Return to Monkey Island. And then it will just be the final Monday of each month when I will spin the wheel and play a game from the one-shot wheel. So that will start in January. My next stream will be Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the final Archival Adventures of the year, Cookies with Kira. So hopefully you'll join me for a discussion of cookies and holiday cookies more specifically, but cookies with Archivist Kira for our final Archives stream of the year. And then Saturday and Sunday, I do plan to stream both of those days, which is the 23rd and 24th of December. So yeah, and then I'm not 100% sure what my schedule is going to be like next week. But let me say thank you to Claire Burr for the follow. Anybody else who I have missed, Ray Vega 423, Orchestran, welcome, or thank you for the follows yesterday. Elixir, thank you so much for the 36-month resubscription. And just thank you everybody for being here. Thank you to my mods. This continues to be a lot of fun. And I really, really appreciate you all joining me. I do have a raid call. We're going to raid over to Althaven for the Streampunks. As you know, I am a huge, huge fan of the Streampunks. Join me for the raid. If you want to shout out the raid call when we get there, it is #RogueRaid. I've dropped it in chat there for you in both subscriber and non-subscriber flavors. So take a look at the one that you want there, the one that will work for you. But we're going to go enjoy some Legacy of Silver Creek, and I will see you again here sometime, I hope. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. Hope I see you again soon. Until I do, get out there and do some shenanigans.